Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and right now we're going to go over Black Clover Chapter 297, spoilers and leaks. And let me tell you, man, this is some serious stuff right here. Now, what's very, very interesting, before we pretty much get into 297, we got to take a look at what's been leading up to this and also where things are going. So we've got an accumulation. We just seen, last chapter, a little backstory. Let's see a Silva. We just got this backstory, and we saw that Noelle was actually born, after her mom got the curse. And so for this moment, this realization, and then for Noelle to get this Saint Valkyrie power up, it is nice. But when we get to this chapter, oh my goodness. So what's interesting is that this particular chapter, the chapter name, if I'm not mistaken, it says that it's Advent. It says that it's Advent, and yeah, Advent. So let's look at the little summary. Cause I saw this and I was like, oh snap, I gotta hit the re-record. But here's the summary before I go into the actual leaks and describe what's going on. Noelle's pummeling the ish out of Vanica. Noelle tells Vanica she lost. Megicula emerges, and we see her true form, which is like this childlike form, which is crazy. And then Megicula takes Lolo's body, Lolo Pachica's body, as the new host. Freaking devilfied Lolo Pachica. I feel so bad for Lolo Pachica, man. She has been put through the freaking ringer. She better not die. That would be so jacked up to put her through all of this stuff, and then she ends up sacrificing herself or something like that. Come on, at least hopefully after this, her and Gaja can, do what they need to do, and they erase her memory or something. Because I don't even know how you're even gonna this is jacked up. But that's the summary. Now let's actually break down these leaked photos. Now, take everything with a grain of salt. It's not translated. This is straight up. Now, we get the cover of this with Noelle looking like a G. She's got her Saint Valkyrie armor on, and she's got her sword. Now, oh man, we see the first panel we see is, it looks like Megicula coming out of the eye patch, which a lot of people seem to be, that's where, she chose as far as to have to do the contract or whatever with. Now what's interesting is, I believe what I'm seeing here is just Megicula, freaking Vanica all bloodied up, and then, Megicula coming out of her eye. We see, I think these are Charlotte's roses disappearing, and then we see an image of Charlotte, and she's sweating because she's aware of who just came out. Now we see Megicula taking over Vanica's body and just chilling on her shoulder. Man, Megicula looks crazy, man. Megicula looks crazy. Then we see Noelle looking scared. We see, Megicula's eye, and then it looks like Gaja is like, wait, what's going on? So that curse mark, it looks like Megicula is able to, Megicula is able to switch hosts based on that, which makes me think, because the Tabata doesn't do things, and writers in general, really good writers, they're not gonna do these things on accident. And I'll explain after we run through as far as the rest of these panels. Now the next panel, you see though, Vanica, this is before I guess the panels that I was looking at. Again, these aren't in order, and I don't know the pages because it's not translated. But you have Noelle, karate, you see the action sequence of her just going in on her, and then you see this flying foot, and then boom, you see Noelle freaking backspin flip kick her, and then she Noelle goes in. You see this panel that I see, where you see Noelle almost flying through, and then you see Vanica getting jacked up. I'm trying to think, this isn't even berserk mode. This is on overwhelming the mess out of. This is Vanica at 100%, guys. Really take a look at that. We know that, Noelle's whatchamacallit is only good for a little bit, but Noelle straight up demolished Vanica. And then use this image of Noelle about to do the finishing move over Vanica. Vanica is jacked up, literally jacked up. She literally jacked her up. And then we get this Vanica saying something, Noelle looking like a G, basically doing her thing where she's all like, look, little bitch, you ain't shit, you killed my mom, you did all this stuff, you're gonna die now. And it looks like right when Noelle's a freaking G, she knows what she needs to do. But right when Noelle was about to freaking stab her, that's when we get Megicula. She comes out, and man, and it's crazy. It's crazy. She looks crazy. Then we get as far as, more double panel of this Noelle about to freaking go in. Now it looks like Noelle was trying, either that's the same Valkyrie allure or presentation, which is almost looks like it's deteriorating or flowing, but in this particular panel, it looks like Noelle is trying to do this attack before, it looks like she just hit the time limit, and as she's about to stab Vanica with the last little bit, then Megicula comes out, and we see Gaja oh snap, and it looks crazy. Lolo Pochica, the freaking devil, oh man, it's crazy. It is crazy. That's where it looks like the chapter ends on. Now again, all of the pages are not out. As a matter of fact, I don't even think it ends on that, because that's how many, we don't know how many pages are gonna be. But this is insane, guys. This is insane. So here's what I want to break down. This is chapter 197. We are close to the 300th chapter. Now, if you look at what was going on 197. What was going on chapter 97? And that's not a blooper or mess up. I'm talking about Black Clover Chapter 97, Black Clover Chapter 197. Now we get in Chapter 97. Now, take into consideration what was going on during those times. So we're leading up to the 300th chapter. This is going to be a doozy. And if you take into consideration everything that's already been found out, and we look at as far as, you know, the past repeating itself and different things like that. So, all right, what was happening in 97? Well, if you remember, Asta had just whooped up on Landros. And this was actually the big reveal and the first reveal of Asta's devil. Let's remember that, okay? So, you know, pages, I think 190 or 95 to like a little bit after 100, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the witch art. We're dealing with, you know, Asta delivering the final blow to Landros, and then the witch queen arriving, and then Vanessa getting her fate magic. So remember, that's everything that was going on as far as, you know, chapters 95 to like 100 or so. Now, if you remember what was going on chapter 196, 197, you know, 195, what was going on during that time to lead up into the 200 pages. What was the big reveal as far as during that time? That's when the word magic devil just had arisen. And during this time, I want to say it was 197 itself, this is where they learned the truth that the devil had been, I think it was called, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 197 or one of those was called Mastermind. So 197 and up until that point, we get the truth about what had happened and how the devil had basically did everything, Zagreb, and then we get Patry turning into a dark elf and that 5-leaf clover, that 5-leaf grimoire in general. Okay, and so what do we have going on here on chapter 297? You know, we are getting, and this was a theory that I was thinking about, and leave a comment below if you want to see this video, but I feel like these next couple of chapters leading up into chapter 300, because I feel like chapter 300 we're gonna see Lucifer. I'm just calling that out there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like the 300 chapter is no joke, and I think literally this chapter, the next chapter, 299 to 300 are gonna be some of the most craziest chapters we've ever seen. Proof being, no one thought we was gonna get a quote-unquote devil-possessed Lola Pachica. You know, but hey, anything's possible at this point. You know, so we get a devil-possessed Lola Pachica. You know, what I think is during these next couple of chapters, we're gonna see the change of loyalty, and I wouldn't say loyalty because I don't think that the devil is loyal to anyone, but I think we're gonna see these next couple of chapters all of the Dark Triad's devils. I think that is what we are going to see. And, you know, I was looking at a couple of things, and, you know, we may actually, I personally think that they're going to save William and Yami. I think William's gonna die, honestly, as like a little sacrifice or whatever, and to redeem himself, so to speak. But I do think that they are gonna save Yami, and Yami will be enough. I just don't picture Yami just being completely out of commission. Are you kidding me? I know everybody's leveled up and everything like that, but you know, and I think the reason that they're gonna be able to save Yami and William is because I want to say Morris has probably figured out a different way and probably doesn't even need them at this point. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, yo, this chapter is insane. But make sure, leave a like, leave a comment. What kind of videos would y'all like to see in regards to Black Clover that you really haven't seen? You know, I want to contribute, you know what I'm saying? And I got my actual first manga out, the Most Random Manga Ever. And 7 chapters are already out. Chapter 8 will be out, and then we have a few more. We're gonna wrap up volume 1 and get the physical books made. So hey, if you want to actually see a tutorial on how I do this through Canva for free, and you can as well, as far as make your own mangas, especially if you draw. I don't draw, I do graphic design stuff, so everything that I'm doing is a combination of that. So anyways, if you want to see that, definitely subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification bells. It's Mr. Composition MC that writes fiction. Peace.
Coming back to earth with a couple gems of wisdom that might take a few decades to decode. So I better get the work on. No need for second guessing, cause it was